And look, I don't make statements that I cannot keep. I did say a star-studded morning. It's the Johannesburg Theatre, the one and only Candice, Miss Modiselle, in my presence. Angwazi Pefmula. Angwazi Pefmula. Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Who sent you? Someone said make my day and you said sure. Hi.
The only person who can send me is the man above. Good morning, ma'am.
Amazing.
I was watching you present inside and I was like, oh my goodness, there's certain things that people were just born for. How does it feel for you to be on stage? Just who's host?
You would marvel at how nervous I get. Like, I tend to overthink, and because I consider myself to be so diligent in my craftsmanship, in everything, including MCing, I study my script, I break that thing down, I unpack, I find the story and the heart of it, and that's what I deliver to the audience. So, was very prepared, very honored. And I love doing this. I don't think I'd have it any other way. Sometimes I go through the tug of war saying, I prefer being an actress more, I prefer presenting, but there's something about any stage that feels like home.
Look, in my honest opinion, I sat there for about 20 minutes and I was like, okay, Chief, you're supposed to be listening to the nominees and now you're just captivated in just the energy that she is providing on stage. So for you, what does it mean to be at the spearhead of, or to be the spearhead of such an amazing organization, collaboration, and just a monumental moment, which is Basadi in Music Awards' second annual?
One thing that 2023 has presented to me and that God has been so gracious about is placing me at the center of meaningful work. It's very easy to, let me not say it's very easy, but looking the way I do, I could really just show up. But in what capacity am I showing up, and what am I depositing in the people that experience me every single time? I'm trusted with an audience, and God is saying, do as you must. And when I stand in front of an audience, especially centering something as powerful as the Basadi in Music Award, I recognize that I am a beneficiary of such celebrations, but I'm also I'm a person who's driving the narrative, and that's not an easy thing to do. But I know Osloni had trusted me with it, and I know she's going to trust me with many other things coming up. But being trusted by God and being trusted by Osloni and every single person who made the executive decision to have me host clearly saw something in me, and I truly hope that I did it justice. But like I said, always an honor, always a pleasure to be at the heart of things where I say, okay, we're leaving an indelible mark. We're not just showing up, we're not just showing out, but we are creating something that will be remembered for many, many more years to come.
I love how you articulated that answer, because it led me up to my next question, which is, so if I was at home, young woman with really scary dreams, and I bump into this interview on one of my days, what are you telling me?
Wow. Okay. I'm telling every young woman to center who she is, who she's called to be, what she's called to do, where she's going to go, and the memory and the legacy she's going to lead. Trust God with that. Place that in the hands of the one who knows all things. Because the unfortunate thing is, we try to predetermine a life for ourselves with a vision and aspirations. And I'm not saying don't be aspirational, absolutely, because faith without works is dead, right? But if at any point you feel like you're doing things for the world, you know, there's no fulfillment in that, because you're constantly going to mold your identity to fit the status quo. And the thing is, one thing we know about the world, it's always moving. So one minute they say, pink is in. You just jumped onto the train of pink, and now they've moved on. And then you're always going to place your validation around people's applause and people's recognition of you. So when I say center all of these things on the will of God, on the heart that God has for you, and the plans that He has for you, you're unique, you're set apart, you are made in His image, and for that reason, you're called for greatness, and you shouldn't wait for the world to co-sign or validate that, because once you do that, you'll never stop performing. You'll never stop performing for everyone. You'll never stop waiting for people to say, you're great. And I know from experience, I got to a point where it's like, oh my gosh, why is no one clapping? Oh my gosh, am I actually working? Am I actually doing anything valuable? Or am I actually asserting myself in anything that is of meaning? And when I realized that, God, what do you want me to do? Okay, you want me to go there? You want me to serve your people? Sure. So I think, yeah, serving the kingdom is really one of the most valuable things you could ever do for yourself. And putting yourself in communities and places of like-minded people that want the best for you and not best for the version of you they've created in their minds, you will start to see all the difference. All these problems, these insecurities, the way you may be self-conscious, you'll see how all of these things seem to fall away magically when you're in a community that prays for you, that loves you for who you are, and that validates you for who you're called to be. That's it for now.
The gorgeous Miss Modiselle. I feel like my spirit has just been rejuvenated just in our little interview. Thank you so much for remaining the amazing person that you are. Thank you so much for always anchoring yourself in His name. And for all the people that are at home wondering how you do it, it's the man above. I've seen it for myself. Thank you so much. My name is Victor Groove. I'm here with the amazing Candice Modiselle. It's been an amazing time. From two hosts to you, thank you so much.
Limo Bukeng. Dumelang. Ke kopa le mo Bukeng. Lebitso la ke Vic the Groove. Vic the Groove. Thank you. Oh, you're so good.
Thank you so much.